In 1997, at the University of Cambridge, neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz recorded midbrain dopamine neurons in monkeys and discovered a terrifying truth. The exact millisecond a reward becomes 100% predictable, dopamine firing drops to zero. Why did evolution design the human brain to systematically kill our capacity for excitement at age 25, precisely when our life reaches security? You are about to track a stolen currency. Your capacity for joy. Your brain perfected its predictive model. The cure lowers your baseline. You must intentionally seek the friction. We start in the United Kingdom. Dr. Wolfram Schultz is fixated on mapping the neurochemistry of reward. He wires single neuron recorders into the midbrains of macaques. He plays a loud tone, then delivers a squirt of apple juice to the monkey's mouth. The first time it happens, the dopamine neurons explode with electrical fire. The monkey is thrilled, the reward is unexpected. But Schultz repeats the exact same sequence. Tone, juice. By the 10th repetition, something impossible happens on the monitor. The monkey gets the sweet juice, but the dopamine firing at the moment of reward drops to absolute zero. The brain stopped paying out. Why? Because Schultz had published the 1997 reward prediction error model. He proved mathematically that a stable, predictable life cannot release dopamine. If dopamine isn't pleasure, what is it? It is the molecule of surprise. It is the currency your brain uses to map the unknown. Now apply this mathematics to your own life. Childhood and adolescence are chaos. Every day is a prediction error. First kiss, first paycheck, first time driving a car. Your brain floods you with dopamine to force you to remember the path to these rewards. But right around your 25th birthday, a silent biological timer goes off. Your prefrontal cortex completes a process called myelination. The neural pathways harden. The chaotic youth turns into a hyper-efficient prediction engine. You know exactly how the commute will look. You know what your boss will say. You know how the weekend will feel. Listen to how one 31-year-old corporate strategist described this exact moment.
She had climbed the ladder perfectly.
She thought she was depressed. She was just fully myelinated. Your life didn't become boring because you grew up. Your brain perfected its predictive model, rendering your daily reality invisible. If dopamine isn't pleasure, what is causing that heavy dead weight in your chest every Sunday night? To find out, we have to look at how you try to fix the numbness. When the real world stops offering surprise, you turn to a machine built to deliver it artificially. The infinite scroll. But there is a catch, and it was mapped out here. Dr. Anna Lembke is a psychiatrist at Stanford. She tracks the opponent process model of the human brain. Imagine your brain's reward center as a seesaw. When you hit a digital slot machine, a like, a swipe, a video, you force the seesaw down on the side of pleasure. Your brain hates imbalance. To restore equilibrium, it physically adds weight to the side of pain. Lembke calls these weights pain gremlins. When the video ends, the pleasure side lifts, but the pain weights remain for a moment. You feel a tiny, subtle ache, a craving to swipe again. So you do. And your brain adds more weights to the pain side, and you swipe again. Until something breaks in your neurochemistry. Your baseline tonic dopamine, the amount of dopamine circulating in your blood, just to make you feel okay, plummets. You have engineered chronic anhedonia. The harder you reach for cheap excitement to fix the post-25 numbness, the lower your baseline drops, locking you in a neurochemical trap. If you want the rest of the blueprint on how to reverse this, Human Code takes apart one of these human operating systems every week. What if the exhaustion you feel after age 25 isn't burnout, but a neurochemical biological lockout? Remember the monkey in Cambridge. When the reward became predictable, the dopamine died. To get the dopamine back, Schultz had to change the rules. He made the juice unpredictable. Sometimes it came, sometimes it didn't. The monkey had to work for it, uncertain of the outcome. And the dopamine spikes returned, bigger than before. Here is the brutal math of being human. Because your prefrontal cortex is fully myelinated, your daily routine has zero prediction error. And because you scroll, your baseline dopamine is in a deficit. To reset the ledger, you must intentionally seek friction. You must tip the seesaw to the side of pain first. Cold exposure, brutal physical effort, unscripted risk. When you subject the body to voluntary, unpredictable friction, the brain panics. It dumps dopamine into the system to help you survive. But because you started with pain, the brain balances it by adding weight to the pleasure side. Your baseline rises. You feel alive again, not because your external life changed, but because you broke the predictive model. This is why successful people self-sabotage. When a life becomes perfectly safe, the dopamine stops. They blow up their marriages, their companies, their careers, just to feel the spike of an unknown outcome. They didn't want the destruction, they just wanted the prediction error. To master the post-25 brain, you have to realize one thing. Your brain was never built to keep you happy. It was built to keep you alive. And to an evolutionary machine, a perfectly safe life is a silent one. But this isn't the only way your brain tricks you into misery. Next week, we are unpacking the 1968 experiment that proved why having too many choices physically paralyzes you. If you want to understand the code running your life, subscribe to Human Code. Next time, AI agents are quietly replacing entire companies. Subscribe, you do not want to miss it.